This is for you, Grandma. I drew the Virgin Mary.
In the quiet embrace of a small room, a 12-year-old boy named Leo found solace and purpose with a simple set of crayons and an old sketchbook. Each day he sat by the window, drawing the serene visage of the Virgin Mary. This ritual, born of innocence and boundless faith, touched the hearts of all who encountered his story. Before we journey deeper into this tale of devotion and miracles, I invite you to share your location and the time as you join us in this sacred narrative of faith and love. And if stories of childlike faith, miracles, and the gentle presence of the Virgin Mary speak to your heart, please subscribe to this channel. Each story is shared to strengthen faith and remind us that God often speaks through the quiet and the humble. Now, let us continue. Nestled between rolling hills and lush fields lay a quaint town, home to young Leo and his family. Their modest dwelling was rich with warmth and laughter, the air often filled with stories from Leo's father, dedicated school teacher, and the healing touch of his mother, a devoted nurse. Leo's younger sister, Lily, with her infectious giggles, was the light of their lives, trailing behind her brother with boundless admiration. The family's faith was a tapestry woven into the fabric of their daily lives. The living room, a sanctuary of devotion, was adorned with a small altar. At its heart stood a statue of the Virgin Mary, her serene countenance a beacon of peace and hope. Each evening, the family gathered in prayer, their voices a harmonious blend of gratitude and supplication, their hearts unified in their spiritual journey. Though young, Leo possessed a wisdom that belied his years, a gift fostered by the gentle presence of his grandmother, Rosa. Living with them, Rosa was a soul of grace, her life a testament to love and sacrifice, etched visibly in the lines of her face. Her tales of faith, shared in the soft glow of evening light, captivated Leo's imagination, leaving an indelible mark on his heart. Every evening at precisely 6:30, Rosa would sit before the family altar, her rosary beads slipping rhythmically through her fingers as she whispered her prayers. Leo, drawn to the quiet strength of her devotion, often sat nearby, sketchbook in hand, his art a silent echo of her faith. For him, each drawing was not just an image but a prayer, a dialogue with the divine. Rosa was a guiding light in Leo's life, her unwavering faith a source of inspiration. Yet, as the chill of winter gave way to the promise of spring, Rosa's health began to falter. The vibrancy of her spirit dimmed, and the family, bound by love, surrounded her with care. The weight of her illness was heavy, yet it was a burden carried with grace and hope. As Rosa's strength waned, Leo's devotion through his art intensified. His drawings, once soft and tentative, grew bold and filled with fervor, each stroke a heartfelt plea for her recovery. In capturing the Virgin Mary's image, Leo also captured the essence of hope and faith that bound their family. Let us now delve deeper into this poignant journey, where the power of silent prayers weaves a tapestry of love and belief, unfolding in ways both mysterious and miraculous. As Rosa's strength waned, Leo's devotion through his art intensified. His drawings, once soft and tentative, grew bold and filled with fervor, each stroke a heartfelt plea for her recovery. In capturing the Virgin Mary's image, Leo also captured the essence of hope and faith that bound their family. Let us now delve deeper into this poignant journey, where the power of silent prayers weaves a tapestry of love and belief, unfolding in ways both mysterious and miraculous. The promise of spring whispered through the bare branches, hinting at renewal and life. Yet, within the walls of their home, a stillness lingered, punctuated by the soft rustle of pages and the quiet murmur of prayers. Rosa, once the vibrant heart of their family, now lay surrounded by warmth and care, her presence both delicate and profound. Leo watched her from the doorway, his sketchpad clutched tightly in his small hands. Every day as the sun broke through the morning mist, he would sit by the window, pencil in hand, and draw the Virgin Mary. It was more than a ritual. It was his silent conversation with God, each line a whispered plea for his grandmother's healing. His mother, Maria, would often find him there, his young face a mask of concentration and hope. She marveled at how the images poured from his heart, sensing the divine in every detail. "Leo," she said softly one morning, resting a gentle hand on his shoulder, "your drawings, they speak more than words ever could." Leo glanced up, eyes bright with unshed tears. "Mama, do you think she hears me?" "The Virgin Mary." Maria knelt beside him, her voice a tender melody of faith and reassurance. "Yes, my love, she hears you, and through her, our prayers reach the heavens." Together they gazed at the latest drawing. It was different from the others, more vivid, more alive. The Virgin Mary stood with arms outstretched, her serene gaze a beacon of hope amidst the shadows. It was as if Leo's own heart had poured into the image, capturing not just his plea for Rosa, but the very essence of their family's faith. As the days passed, the air filled with the scent of budding flowers and the gentle hum of bees. Yet, each day carried Rosa a little further from the family she so dearly loved. Her laughter, once a melody that filled their home, grew softer, and her eyes, though tired, still sparkled with a love that transcended her frail body. Leo spent every moment he could by her side, sharing stories and pictures, his voice a soothing balm. "Grandma, look," he would say, holding up his latest drawing. "Do you like it?" Rosa would smile, her eyes crinkling with warmth. "It's beautiful, Leo. You have a gift, my dear boy. Never let it go." In those moments, Leo felt an overwhelming sense of peace, as if the Virgin Mary herself was present, holding them in her gentle embrace. It was a feeling that transcended the fear and uncertainty, a reminder that they were not alone on this journey. One evening, as the sun cast its golden glow over the room, Rosa beckoned Leo closer. Her voice was a whisper, filled with love and wisdom. "Leo," she began, "life is a tapestry woven with love and faith. We may not always understand its design, but we trust in the weaver's hand." Leo nodded, understanding even at his young age the depth of her words. "I will keep drawing, Grandma, for you, for us." She smiled, her eyes misty with gratitude. "And in your drawings, you will find a piece of heaven." As the stars appeared, twinkling like tiny candles in the night sky, Leo returned to his sketchpad. Each line, each curve, became a testament to his love for Rosa, his belief in the power of prayer. The house was filled with a sacred quiet, the kind that invites reflection and whispers of the divine. Maria watched her son, her heart swelling with pride and a deep sense of peace. She knew that Leo's art was more than a child's pastime. It was a bridge to something greater, a tangible expression of their faith. In the weeks that followed, Leo's drawings continued to evolve, each more poignant than the last. They became a source of comfort for the entire family, a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit and the power of love. One afternoon, as the first blossoms burst into color, Rosa called the family to her side. Her voice was soft but steady, her spirit unwavering despite the frailty of her body. "My dearest ones," she began, "I want you to know how much I love you. My journey may soon take a different path, but I will always be with you." Tears filled their eyes, yet amidst the sadness, there was a profound sense of peace. Leo, clutching his latest drawing, stepped forward. "Grandma, this is for you," he said, his voice a tender whisper. Rosa took the drawing, her fingers tracing the lines with reverence. "It is a masterpiece, Leo," she said, her voice filled with love. "Thank you for sharing your heart with me." In that moment, Leo understood the true power of his art. It was not just a plea for healing, but a celebration of Rosa's life, a testament to the love and faith that bound them all. As the days turned to weeks, Rosa's journey shifted from this world to the next. Her passing, though filled with sorrow, was also a time of reflection and gratitude. The family gathered, their hearts united in prayer and remembrance. Leo continued to draw, his art a living memory of Rosa's spirit. Each piece became a silent prayer, a way to connect with her and the divine. Through his drawings, he found comfort, knowing that Rosa's love would always guide him. Spring blossomed into summer, the world alive with color and promise. And though Rosa was no longer physically present, her spirit lingered, a gentle whisper in the wind, a warm embrace in the sun's rays. Leo's art, once a plea for healing, had transformed into a celebration of life and faith. It was a reminder that though life is fleeting, love and faith endure, weaving a tapestry that connects us all. As the family gathered once more, Leo held his latest drawing up to the light. The Virgin Mary, surrounded by the beauty of nature, her gaze serene and knowing. It was a reflection of all they had learned, a silent prayer of gratitude for the life and love they shared. And in that moment, Leo understood that his art was more than a gift. It was a blessing, a way to touch the divine and honor the legacy of those he loved. The days grew longer as summer settled into the small town, casting its golden glow over fields and rooftops. For Leo's family, each moment was tinged with a bittersweet awareness of Rosa's dwindling strength. Her presence in the family home was a cherished relic, a living testament to the love and faith that had been passed down through generations. As the sun dipped below the horizon one evening, painting the sky in hues of pink and purple, Leo sat quietly by Rosa's bedside. His sketchbook lay open on his lap, a repository of his emotions and prayers. Today he had drawn something new, a portrait of Saint Francis, surrounded by a menagerie of animals, each one rendered with tender care. The saint's eyes were deep and compassionate, mirroring the gentle love Leo felt for his grandmother. Rosa lay still, her breaths shallow but rhythmic. The room was filled with a sacred silence, punctuated only by the soft rustling of pages as Leo turned them, seeking inspiration in the sketches of saints and angels that had become his constant companions. His heart ached with the weight of impending loss, yet he was buoyed by an inexplicable peace, a quiet conviction that love would transcend the boundaries of this world. As the evening shadows deepened, Leo's mother entered the room, her face etched with both worry and hope. She placed a gentle hand on her son's shoulder, her eyes meeting his in a silent exchange of strength and solace. Together, they prayed a litany of words woven with tears and whispered promises of eternal life. Suddenly, a soft sigh escaped Rose's lips, drawing their attention. Her eyes fluttered open, revealing a clarity and depth that had been absent for days. The transformation was subtle yet profound, a moment suspended between heaven and earth. Leo leaned forward, his heart pounding with a mixture of disbelief and awe. "Na," he whispered, his voice trembling with emotion. "Can you see it?" Rose's gaze shifted to the drawing in Leo's hands. Her lips curled into a gentle smile, and she nodded, her eyes reflecting a serenity that seemed to transcend the confines of her frail body. For a moment time stood still, the room enveloped in a divine presence that defied explanation. Leo's mother clasped her hands to her chest, tears spilling freely down her cheeks. "It's a miracle," she breathed, her voice barely above a whisper. As if in response to an unspoken call, Rosa spoke, her voice a soft, melodic echo of her former strength. "Leo, my dear, your art, it speaks to my soul. It is as though the saints themselves are here, guiding us with love." Overwhelmed by the moment, Leo felt a warmth spread through his chest, a confirmation of the unseen connection that his art had forged between them. It was a bridge not only to his grandmother but to the divine, a conduit for grace and healing that defied the boundaries of human understanding. Word of Rose's miraculous moment spread quickly through the town, carried on the wings of hope. Neighbors and friends, drawn by the tale of faith and love, began to gather at the family's doorstep, each seeking a glimpse of the art that had stirred such a profound response. One by one, they entered the room where Leo's drawings were displayed, their eyes wide with wonder as they took in the images of saints and angels, each one imbued with a sense of the sacred. The town priest, Father Miguel, stood among them, his heart lifted by the palpable presence of the Holy Spirit. "What you have created here, Leo, is more than art," Father Miguel said, his voice resonant with reverence. "It is a testament to the power of faith, a reminder that we are all connected by the Creator's love." Leo nodded, humbled by the recognition. "It's not just me," he replied, gesturing to the drawings. "It's the love I have for Nana, for my family, and for God. It's all woven together in these images." As the days passed, the story of Leo's devotion and Rose's miraculous awakening continued to inspire. People from all walks of life came to see the drawings, each finding their own expressions of faith and hope reflected in the art. Some left with renewed belief, others with a quiet sense of peace. For Leo, the journey was one of deepening faith and understanding. His art had become a living prayer, a way to touch the divine and honor the legacy of those he loved. In the silent hours of the night, as he sketched by the light of a single candle, he felt the presence of something greater than himself, a guiding force that whispered of love and redemption. And though Rose's time on earth was nearing its end, her spirit remained a vibrant part of their lives, constant reminder of the unseen connection that bound them all. Leo knew that when the moment finally came to say goodbye, it would not be the end but a new beginning, a continuation of the love and faith that had shaped their lives. As summer began to wane, the family gathered once more, their hearts united in prayer and gratitude. Leo held his latest drawing up to the light, a portrait of the Holy Family, surrounded by symbols of peace and hope, was a reflection of all they had learned, a silent prayer of thanks for the life and love they shared. In that moment, Leo understood that his art was more than a gift. It was a blessing, a way to touch the divine, and honor the legacy of those he loved. And as he looked around at the faces of his family and friends, he knew that the unseen connection would endure, weaving a tapestry of love and faith that would forever bind them together. As the golden hues of autumn began to paint the landscape, the atmosphere within their home took on a new warmth. Rosa's health, once a cause for silent tears and whispered prayers, had begun to stabilize. Her doctors, who had prepared the family for the worst, now stood in awe, baffled by the unexpected turn of events. Rosa, herself, though still frail, glowed with a serene strength that seemed to defy the natural order. The family gathered around her, their hearts buoyed by this miraculous change. Each day felt like a gift, a new chapter of life that they had not dared to hope for. Rosa, with her gentle smile, became the center of their renewed faith, a living testament to the power of prayer and the mystery of divine grace. Leo, ever the observer, found himself drawn more deeply into his art. His drawings had always been an expression of his soul, but now they took on a new dimension. Each stroke of his pencil felt like a prayer, each completed piece a communion with the divine. His latest works were imbued with a light that seemed to transcend the paper, capturing not just the Holy Family, but the essence of the miracle unfolding in their lives. "Leo," Rosa said one afternoon, her voice soft yet full of wonder, "your drawings, they speak to me. It's as if they carry a message from heaven." Leo looked at his grandmother, his eyes reflecting the gratitude and awe that filled his heart. "I just draw what I feel, abuela. It's like the pictures come to me, and I have to put them on paper." Rosa reached out, her hand finding his. "Never underestimate the power of your gift, my dear. It's a blessing not just for you, but for all of us." The family embraced this miracle with open hearts. Each member found their own way to express gratitude, whether through whispered prayers, acts of kindness, or simply cherishing the moments they shared. They knew that Rosa's healing was a testament to something greater than themselves, a reminder that faith could move mountains and that love could heal even the deepest wounds. Word of Rosa's unexpected recovery began to spread beyond their home. Neighbors, friends, and even strangers heard of the miracle, drawn by the story of hope and faith. Many came to visit, seeking solace and inspiration in the family's journey. They found a home filled with warmth and light, a place where the divine seemed to touch the everyday. One evening, Father Miguel, the parish priest, visited the family. He had been a steady presence through the difficult times, offering spiritual guidance and support. Now, he came to witness the miracle for himself and to celebrate with them. "Rosa," he said, his voice full of reverence, "your recovery is nothing short of a miracle. It reminds us all of the power of faith and the mysteries of God's plan." Rosa smiled, her eyes shining with gratitude. "I have felt the prayers of so many lifting me up. It's a gift I can never repay, but I can live every day with a thankful heart." Father Miguel nodded, his gaze shifting to Leo. "And young Leo here has been creating his own miracles, I hear. Your drawings have touched many hearts, my son." Leo blushed, humbled by the priest's words. "I just draw what I feel, Father. If it brings hope, then I'm grateful." The priest placed a hand on Leo's shoulder. Never doubt the impact of your gift. Art has the power to reveal the divine, to touch the soul in ways words sometimes cannot. You are a conduit for something greater. As the evening unfolded, the family shared stories of the past and dreams for the future. There was laughter and tears, the kind that comes from a deep well of shared experiences and love. Rosa, though still physically weak, seemed to draw strength from the presence of her loved ones, her spirit a beacon of hope. As the night grew darker, Leo found himself alone on the porch, the cool breeze carrying whispers of the past and promises of the future. He held his sketchbook close, feeling the weight of his pencil in his hand, a familiar comfort. The stars above shimmered like a celestial audience, witnesses to the miracle that had unfolded in their midst. He began to draw, not knowing what the finished piece would reveal, only that it would come from a place of gratitude and faith. The lines and shapes took form beneath his hand, guided by something beyond his understanding. It was as if the paper itself was alive, breathing with the rhythm of his heart. In that moment, Leo realized that this miracle was not just about Rosa's healing. It was about the unseen connections that bound them, all the love that transcended time and space, the faith that defied explanation, the hope that shone even in the darkest moments. His art was a reflection of these truths, a testament to the light of miracles that illuminated their lives. As he finished his drawing, Leo felt a sense of peace settle over him. He knew that their journey was far from over, that there would be challenges and questions yet to face. But in that moment, surrounded by the love of his family and the grace that had touched their lives, he felt ready to embrace whatever lay ahead. The light of miracles, he realized, was not just in the healing but in the hearts that believed. It was in the small acts of kindness, the whispered prayers, the shared laughter, and the unbreakable bonds of love. And as he looked up at the stars, Leo knew that this light would guide them, now and always. With renewed faith and a heart full of gratitude, Leo turned back to the house, ready to share his latest drawing with his family. It was a portrait of them all, bathed in a celestial glow, a reflection of the miracle they had witnessed and the love that would forever bind them together. As Leo returned to the warmth of his family's embrace, the gentle hum of evening settled over their home. The air was laced with the sweet scent of blooming jasmine, a fragrant reminder of life's simple beauty. Roses, laughter, a sound once silenced by illness, now flowed freely, infusing the home with a renewed sense of joy. Her cheeks, once pale and sunken, radiated a healthy glow, as if reflecting the miracle that had touched their lives. Leo's drawings adorned the walls, no longer desperate pleas for healing but vibrant celebrations of the life they cherished. Each piece was a testament to resilience, faith, and the love that had carried them through the storm. His latest creation, the family portrait bathed in celestial light, held a place of honor above the fireplace, a constant reminder of the grace that had enveloped them. In those quiet moments, as the family gathered in the cozy living room, there was a palpable sense of gratitude that permeated the air. Rosa, seated comfortably with a crochet blanket draped over her lap, gazed at Leo with eyes full of warmth and love. Your drawings, Leo, they're more than just pictures. They're prayers in color, she said softly, her voice imbued with the wisdom of someone who had touched the brink of the eternal and returned. Leo smiled, his heart swelling with pride and humility. "They're how I speak to God, Mama, and how I see his answers," he replied, his voice steady and assured. The family's renewed faith had not gone unnoticed by their community. Neighbors who had witnessed Rosa's journey from illness to recovery found themselves drawn to the quiet strength of the family. On Sundays, the church pews filled with familiar faces, each person eager to share in the collective joy and hope that had blossomed from one family's miracle. Father Thomas, the parish priest, had been a steadfast source of support throughout their journey. His presence was a calming balm, his words a guiding light. One Sunday, after Mass, he approached the family with a proposal that filled their hearts with anticipation. "We've all been touched by the miracle you've experienced," Father Thomas began, his voice resonating with sincerity. "I believe it's important for our community to come together in celebration and gratitude. Let's hold a special service, a communal acknowledgement of the grace we've witnessed." The family exchanged glances, their hearts aligned in agreement. "That would be wonderful, Father," Rosa replied, her voice a blend of humility and joy. "We'd be honored to share our story and our gratitude with everyone." As plans for the service unfolded, the community rallied together with a spirit of unity and faith. Families offered their support, contributing their time and talents to ensure the event would be a reflection of the love and hope that had blossomed from Rosa's healing. On the day of the service, the church was adorned with flowers and soft candlelight. The air was thick with anticipation, a sacred hush settling over the congregation as they gathered to witness the culmination of one family's journey, a journey that had become their own. Father Thomas stood at the pulpit, his eyes sweeping over the sea of faces before him. "Today we gather not just to celebrate a miracle, but to honor the power of faith and the bonds that tie us together," he began, his voice resonating with reverence. As Rosa and her family took their place at the front of the church, a sense of peace washed over them. They were surrounded by a community that had embraced them, supported them, and believed in the miracle that had unfolded in their midst. Rosa spoke first, her voice steady and clear. "There were times when I felt lost, when the darkness seemed too great to overcome. But through it all, I was never alone. Your prayers, your support, they were the light that guided me, and for that, I am eternally grateful." Tears glistened in the eyes of those gathered, moved by the sincerity and depth of Rosa's words. Leo stepped forward, his heart full of the love and gratitude that had carried him through the darkest of times. "My drawings, they're stories of our journey. They're stories of hope, of faith, and of the miracles that surround us every day. Thank you for being part of our story." The congregation erupted into applause, the sound echoing like a symphony of gratitude and love. In that moment, the church was transformed into a sanctuary of hope, a testament to the power of faith and the resilience of the human spirit. As the service drew to a close, the family felt a profound sense of peace. They had not only witnessed a miracle, but had become part of a greater tapestry of grace and love that bound their community together. With hearts full of gratitude and a renewed sense of purpose, they stepped out into the world, ready to embrace whatever lay ahead. In the days that followed, the family found joy in the simple moments, meals shared around the kitchen table, laughter echoing through the halls, the warmth of a community that had become an extension of their family. Leo continued to draw, each stroke of his pencil a reflection of the faith and hope that had carried them through And as they looked to the future, they did so with hearts full of gratitude, knowing that the miracle they had witnessed was not just in the healing, but in the love that had bound them together and the light that would guide them now and always. As the seasons shifted from the tender warmth of spring to the ripe fullness of summer, Rosa's vibrant spirit remained a beacon of joy and inspiration for Leo and their close-knit community. Her laughter, like a melody of bells, resonated in the hearts of those around her, a testament to the resilience and grace that had seen them through trials and triumphs alike. In the comforting embrace of the kitchen, where sunlight danced through lace curtains, Rosa and Leo often found solace in each other's company. The kitchen table, adorned with a simple vase of Daisy's roses, favorites served as the altar of their shared moments, a place where stories were told and dreams were woven into the fabric of their lives. "Grandma," Leo began one afternoon, his voice a gentle murmur over the soft clatter of teacups. "Do you ever wonder why things happen the way they do?" Rosa paused, her eyes twinkling with the wisdom of years wrapped in love and faith. "Oh, Leo," she replied, her voice as soothing as a lullaby, "I believe that everything has its time and purpose. Just as the seasons change, so do the chapters of our lives. What matters is how we embrace each moment, with gratitude and trust in the greater plan." Her words, simple yet profound, lingered in the air, sinking deep into Leo's heart. He nodded, understanding that their recent miracle was but one part of a larger tapestry of divine love and mystery. As days turned to weeks, Rosa's vitality seemed to infuse the entire community with hope. Her garden, a riot of colors and fragrances, became a sanctuary where neighbors gathered, sharing laughter and stories amidst the blossoms. It was here that Leo often sketched, capturing the essence of life's beauty in each stroke of his pencil. His drawings had become a visual testament of their journey, reflecting the faith and hope that had carried them through. One Sunday, after Mass, Father Michael approached Rosa and Leo, his eyes warm with admiration. "Your story, Rosa, has touched so many hearts," he said, gesturing to the congregation mingling outside the church. "It reminds us all of the miracles that faith can manifest." Rosa smiled, her hand gently squeezing Leo's. "We are all part of this miracle, Father," she replied. "Each one of us, through love and prayer, can be a catalyst for transformation and healing." The priest nodded, his heart full. "Perhaps you would share your story with the parish? Could inspire others to find hope amidst their own challenges." Leo felt a flutter of excitement mixed with apprehension. Speaking in front of a crowd was daunting, but the prospect of sharing their journey felt right, a natural step in their path of gratitude and faith. As the day of the gathering approached, Leo prepared diligently, his heart swelling with purpose. Rosa, ever his pillar of strength, helped him weave their narrative into a tapestry of words that spoke of love, resilience, and divine grace. The evening of the gathering arrived, the parish hall filled with familiar faces, each one a thread in the fabric of their community. Candles flickered gently, casting a warm glow over the room. As Father Michael introduced Leo and Rosa, Leo took a deep breath, his eyes scanning the audience before resting on his grandmother's reassuring smile. "Our story," he began, his voice steady and clear, "is not just about a miracle of healing, but about the love and faith that bind us together." With each word, Leo painted a vivid picture of their journey, from the shadows of uncertainty to the light of renewed hope. He spoke of Rosa's unwavering spirit, the power of community, and the grace that had guided them through. His narrative, imbued with theological depth and sacred emotion, resonated deeply with those gathered, drawing tears and smiles alike. When he finished, the room erupted in applause, a chorus of gratitude and affirmation that echoed through the night. Leo felt a wave of relief and joy, knowing that their story had touched hearts and perhaps, in some small way, inspired others to find hope and strength in their own lives. Afterward, Rosa embraced Leo, her eyes shimmering with pride. "You spoke beautifully, my dear," she whispered. "Your words are a testament to the miracles of faith and love." Leo hugged her tightly, feeling the warmth of her love envelop him. "I learned from the best," he replied, grinning. As the evening wore on, the community lingered, sharing stories and laughter, their bonds strengthened by the shared experience of faith. Rosa watched them, her heart full, knowing that the miracle they had witnessed was not just in her healing but in the love that had woven them all together. As Leo and Rosa walked home under a canopy of stars, a gentle breeze carrying the scent of summer blooms, they felt a profound sense of peace. Their journey, marked by challenges and blessings, had become a testament to the enduring power of faith, a narrative that would continue to unfold, guided by the light of love and grace. In the quiet of the night, as Leo lay in bed, he reflected on their journey, understanding that their story was far from over. It was a living testament, urging him and others to embrace the power of love and prayer, to find hope even in the darkest of times, and to trust in the divine plan that wove through their lives like a sacred thread. With a heart full of gratitude and anticipation, Leo drifted into a peaceful sleep, ready to embrace whatever lay ahead, knowing that with faith, love, and his grandmother by his side, anything was possible. And as the stars twinkled in the vast expanse above, they seemed to echo the promise of new beginnings, a testament of faith that would guide them now and always. Before you go, take a quiet moment and share with me in the comments. Where are you watching from, and what time is it where you are right now? It's always moving to see how stories of faith and devotion reach hearts across the world, at every hour. If Leo's simple drawings, quiet prayers, and childlike faith touched your heart, please subscribe to this channel. Each story is shared to remind us that God often speaks through the innocent, the faithful, and the unseen moments of love. Turn on notifications so you never miss the next story of miracles, devotion, and grace. Thank you for watching. May the Virgin Mary watch over you and your loved ones, now and always.